in this region. Honorable Oseche Mensah Bonsu is around. Stephen Amoa, the MP for Ishayeso constituency, is also around. These two individuals are coming from different camps. The Honorable Oseche Mensah Bonsu coming from the camp of Vice President, former Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Then we have Stephen Amoa, who is also coming from the camp of Kennedy Ohene Agyapong. Let me try to stand in your middle so that I can speak to the two. Let me start with leader. Honorable, you have been going around in the Ashanti region. You campaign with Bawumia across the country, all the constituencies. What has been the observations today? Is it going to reflect in the final decision?
Well, I have no doubts in my mind, given what we have done, the power in the message that we have delivered relating to the growth of the party, the growth of the economy, and also how the candidate has handled himself. I've always insisted that in looking for who should lead our party, we should have an assessment criteria. The first is the vision of the person. You are looking at the competence of that person. You are looking at the experience in governance of that person. You are looking at the track record of the person. You are looking at the integrity of that person, the character of that person, and indeed the way the person holds himself up. You look at who is a unifier, who is not a scatterbrain in the party. So I think if you apply these indices, it should be clear that one person stands out head over shoulders above the rest. Today is not a day for campaigning, so we don't need to go into who that person is and so on and so forth. But I think all of them know who that person is. And I think that the person who fits this criteria is the one who is going to carry the day. There's no doubt about that. There's no shred of doubt about that. And without any equivocation and ambiguity, I can state emphatically that that person is going to emerge triumphant. That person is known to everybody.
And who is that person?
That person is known to everybody.
I don't know.
Today is a day of voting, it's not a day of canvassing for support. So I cannot mention any name. But the people know who that person is.
But going around in the region. So, Honorable is done with his. Do you agree with what he's just said? Your senior?
100%. But let me tell you.
100%.
Yes, let me tell you. So he said he didn't mention him.
Yes.
He gave the criteria.
Yes.
And indices.
Yes.
That they should depend on
and vote.
Yes. And let me tell you, this voting, there's one factor. Without it, all the others are meaningless. Power first. This one, we are not talking about who is the best driver. We are talking about who can get the car for us to travel. And this is where the difference is. In the history of this country, he is my senior brother, relative, blood. You see all my vocabularies in parliament. When he says I write to them, when he's not there, I'm using them. Capricious and whimsicals and other things. In fact, he trained me in parliament, apart from being a relative. But the fact of the matter is that there's something called performance. It has three main functions. One, ability. Two, opportunity. Three, motivation. Without opportunity, you can't perform. Because we had opportunity of being in government, free SHS, national health insurance, school feeding, all of them. And first time in the history of this country, internal context, the external stakeholders, about the 18 million people going to vote, they mention a particular name. I also not mention the name. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Two, we call something timeliness. Ecclesiastes talks about timing. What Ghanaians need most today is job, sustainable job creation. And among the five, who has the best record? We all know, I won't mention the name, because we are not campaigning today.
You guys are speaking in parables.
Yes, because we are not campaigning today. Three, among the five, who has served this party most and longest? Is there? Among the five, whose specific policy framework for the ordinary man, woman, young, old, that is going to vote, that will address their need. You were one person. Among the 5, somebody was even charged treason because of MPP. So if you want somebody whose blood, whose commitment, whose contribution, whose proven record, who is offering the highest probability of MPP wresting power from the NDC 28, he's the one you have to choose. We are not comparing the 5 who is better or worse. No. Probably I wouldn't have even changed my position. But if you are even the best pilot and there is no plane for you, can you fly? So when we are talking about dealing with issues of ambiguity, higgledy-piggledy issues and mambo-jumbo issues, we cannot conduct all these exercises in Frosinocini Hillification because we want resource. If you do all this and there is no resource, what can you do? But remember, it's my boss, so he gave me all these vocabularies. I have to reference him. I don't want to plagiarize. You understand what I'm saying? But today, the beautiful thing is that MPP is highly democratic. Yes. Campaign time, see my brother here. He loves me like something. I love him. He's strong, firm against where I stand. Sometimes the mommy can give it to him small. But the beauty is that we are together. Yeah. See, they are supporting different candidates. But see how we are. After today, I promise Ghanaians, we are going to get united, we are going to get coherent, we are going to put our forces together and wrestle power from the NDC. It's only propaganda NDC they are doing. But let me tell you, if you are talking about democracy on the continent of Africa and on the globe, MPP is number 1. I'm telling you.
Thank you very much.
It's a big pleasure.
Now, Honorable, you are against one thing, that is vote buying, paying people to take decision in the interest of a political party. One thing that I have observed is that everywhere I have been to, delegates are telling me that they have been given TNT. They have been given TNT. You are against that. I remember I spoke to you early last year, and you told me that some people say you should contest for the national chairman, but you think that it should be an appointment because you see no reason why you should pay people before they elect you to come and serve, and that amount to corruption. Do you still stand by that belief that people should not be given transportation before they go to make a decision for your party?
First of all, to relate to an issue that my nephew has related to. He says the voting populace of this country is 18 million, and everybody is rooting for one person. Now, the voting populace is divided in the main between MPP and NDC of the 18 million. If the 18 million, including NDC, is rooting for one person, there must be something wrong. If NDC is rooting for somebody that they want to force on us, then there must be something wrong with that.
Maybe they have lost leadership. They have lost confidence in their leadership.
Can I finish? That's what he said. Then, with respect to job creation, please don't amend your statement.
No,
please don't amend. That is what you said. I'm playing back your words to you.
No, you didn't understand me. You are taking me out of context.
Can I finish?
Yes, sir.
You see, the words that you use, they are coming back to haunt you. So you want to amend. You want to amend proceedings. Second, he's talking about job creation. In terms of job creation, somebody is creating factories, employing people. He's talking about a specific figure, about 7,000, and so on. You have one person whose idea, with respect to creating the platform that now has enabled mobile money interoperability, which has created 800,000 jobs.
Just
800,000 jobs. And please, somebody says that is MTN job. The platform had to be created by policy. And it came from the ingenious mind of one person. Who is able to think out of the box. So you see, just one idea has generated 800,000 jobs. 800,000 jobs. 7,000 pales into insignificance poorly by that, if that should be the yardstick. But let's move on. You asked a question about people giving transportation money and so on and so forth. And you related it to my own response some time back when you asked whether I'll be contesting for the chairship. And I said that where we are as a party, we should be able to build consensus. Because, see, we are resorting to elections at every turn. And it's not really helping the party. Every election that we hold introduces a new schism and into the party and fractures. And rebuilding takes some time and some pain. And I think that going forward, we should look at these things. It's not for nothing that in the US, for instance, the US is the flagship of presidential systems. In the Westminster administration, the national chairman of the Conservative Party, right, of the Labour Party in UK, none of them comes by election. None of them comes by election, right? So in the US, Trump is elected by the party, and the third day he appoints his national chairman. So I think NPP, where we are, we should be learning useful lessons from these. And that is why I talk about building consensus in the party, right? Even what we are doing, this contest, could we have done it better? Maybe if we had a strong center, all these people who are in the race, they are party people. But we could maybe, if we had a strong party, have resorted to some consensus building to have somebody elected. It's not every time that at every turn that we should be resorting to elections. I think the internal elections is getting one too many. And the way we process it, we should look at it. I think that is what I say to you. Now, to the specific question of paying transportation monies and so on and so forth. To me, bringing people out there to come and vote if you have to provide transportation, because the circumstances of many of them is nothing to write home about. So if something has to be given to bring them to the center to do it, to me, it should be reasonable. In Shayaso, where I am now, I'm not too sure that they have remote communities, right? I'm not too sure that they have remote communities. Where we are voting, they are resident around. So maybe coming here, some 50 cities will be all right. Except that you can't really know who is staying quite close to the center. Give him 50 cities. And then whoever is staying some 3-4 kilometers away, give the person maybe 100 cities. So you would maybe find a uniform amount to say that I'm giving 100 cities or what. My point is that whatever is given should be reasonable. It shouldn't really mean incentivizing them to come and vote for you, right? There shouldn't be any incentive value in that. It should be purely paying for their transportation fees. So if that is a consideration, I will be all for it. But if the intent of it is to incentivize them to come and vote for you, I don't want to use the word to bribe them. But certainly it cannot be the best.
Thank you very much. So that is the Honorable Osei Chairman.
My boss, you are leaving.
Honorable MP for Ishaye, so Stephen Amoa is still here. The landlord who is hosting the former majority leader in Parliament. Now, Stephen, you wanted to say something.
I think we have to contextualize our discussions this very morning. The fact of the matter is that in spite of all that we are discussing, without power, it's meaningless. And the delegates out there, they want power for the NPP. As I'm talking to you now, one of my agents is around, he's been sacked. One of the agent's son has been sacked by the NDC. I'm building a point. So without power, we can, yes, without power for the New Patriotic Party as a fraternity and the best party on the
at their workplace or at this voting center?
No. So the issue or the factor of having power supersedes any other reason and any other factor. And that's one thing we are looking at. And that's why we need one person now. Two, people talk about digitalization. Honestly speaking, It is just a fallacy. Let me tell you something. Of Mamampanyiko 4 time, go and check 207. We voted huge amount of, we had gone for money. We started building as a broadbands. NDC time. Do you want to tell us that before Nanadu came, there wasn't any digital platform in Ghana? Let's be honest. So nobody can claim that in terms of innovation ideas, he brought it. I am challenging anybody to bring any policy document signed by a cabinet indicating that this particular person signed this policy. I think we need to take away propaganda. It's not true. It's never true. Maybe if it's for politics, yes. What we are discussing today is that what will let NPP come to power first? And everybody knows the one that the young and the old, the poor and the colossal, the rural and the urban, mothers and fathers, giant, and they are all calling one name. And we all know. 2, in terms of job creation, this very person stands tall among all of them. In terms of proving record as is committed to our fraternity, he stands tall. But you ask a question that when they are coming, we give them money. Is it the same as the money we give to the media for TNT? No. Now, what is the media's one?
That's solid.
Solid. So, what is the difference between the yours is more dangerous? Solid for somebody who is paid, and TNT for somebody who is coming to conduct exercise their interest. They are all not wrong. I support the media's one, and I support our people. Some of our people here, they are not working. How do they come?
Because if you don't give, they will not vote. But the media, after work, it is your decision.
Let me tell you.
Say, oh, take this for.
It's not always, oh, media support it. It's not always so. My first context in this constituency, we are about 4 or 5. I paid only 100 Ghana. Everybody that contested paid 500. I came second. Sometimes the capital you build with the people, the network, your relationship, and what you've done. What you are saying. So it's not all the time you're talking about money. It's not all the time you're talking about money. What we are talking about today is that the NPP as a fraternity, where we are, is not good. NDC is a formidable party to wrestle power from. Don't let us joke. NDC have a specific model of winning power. Since they were trained as communist inferior tactics from Cuba, Russia, and those places. They use lies. The same model they used 2012. See Ablekumanov, see Akwetia. And now, even Pandai, I am happy they've given it back to us. But I am also scared. NPP, they should think about this. Now, the Supreme Court, as a matter of judicial precedent, is saying that election is won at the polling station. So they gave it to us. NPP people are happy. Of course, we won the election. What they want to do now is 2028. If NDC guys force themselves and win any power at the polling station, you can't take it anywhere again.
So you mean that decision is a strategic?
I'm telling you, they've taken away Chief Justice. But I'm telling you, if one candidate we know wins the election, there can never be Ablekumanov. There can never be Akwetia.
Why?
What
are you going to do different?
Once there's Ablekumanov, there will be Aswasi. We'll maximize our stronghold. We are not going to Joko.
And these are the threats that people are saying that you people, when they give it, there will be chaos in this country.
It's not true. When they give it to us, there will be equality. There will be equity. One of the principles of equity in law, equality is what? Equity. And he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. And who seeks must have it. If they are taking Ablekumanov, if somebody leaves NPP, you know that person, you know me, power will be easy. We will not sit down by 5 a.m. we accepted defeat. And the NDC took most of the constituency we won. It will not happen.
Thank you very much. So that is Stephen Amma, the MP for Israeli constituency.